This is Steve Gilbert, president of the TLT Group. It's April 29th, 2016. This is a preparatory session for Friday Live. I'm going to talk just briefly about why this is the right time to focus on visual choices that deepen learning. That's visual principles, our topic for Friday Live today. You can review these slides and click on the links at your own pace. There's a link to the slide set. There's also a link to our Digo repository where you will find an annotated collection of links available from this session and others. Each week we try to include something that offers some insights, something very new, and something that is a very concrete small step. Today you'll have plenty of that in the Friday Live session. And right now I'm going to give you just a little background that I think will be introductory to it. The goal for this session is to introduce you to some visual design principles that have been and will be useful to support teaching and improve learning. The reason that it seems especially timely now is that students' expectations, faculty expectations, and the options for producing visualizations, visual information, and representation have changed greatly. This session, though, is going to focus on these principles. We will, at a later date, probably schedule some members exchange sessions when we focus more on the online resources, for example, data visualization tools, video mashups, and so forth, and maybe on the variety of needs that can be met in different ways with paying attention to visual design principles in this new context. I couldn't resist this excerpt from an article about Beyonce's latest, I guess you call it a video. The author and reviewer, I think, went a little over the top, but compared Beyonce to D.W. Griffith and pointed out that we have changing paradigms for pop stardom and various sound and image compilations and mashups, of which he believes Beyonce is a master. A couple extra items as I said, I want to show you both some links and some images, and then we'll get right into our main session. Let's see if I can show you this quickly. This is a representation of data, and the main thing I wanted to show you was that the viewer can click over here and change what's happening. So there are many other examples of this in different forms, very different visual images, but the idea that the viewer or learner can change the way the thing appears can be very powerful as a method for learning different kinds of things. Here are a few links to some similar, a variety of similar resources and examples and more. I'm not going to bother reading those aloud to you. I wanted to show you one still photo, still image from these things. Here it is. Here's another one. You can read this later. Once again, I hope you'll come back to this slide set or the Digo repository and make use of these links and enjoy these images. And now we're about to get into our session. Here are links to the sources of our citations, etc. Oh, come on.